Dumelang Absheni Ralocha Sanwanani Mulweni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our community. Now, today we're going to be talking about a term many of us know all too well, and that is black fatigue. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the term, black fatigue is not just tiredness, but it's actually a soul deep exhaustion. It's like the weariness that comes from navigating a world where your very existence is criminalized and questioned at every turn, where every room you walk into, you carry the weight of not being just excellent, but being exceptional just to be seen. But this week, the internet went ablaze because a white woman, yes, a white woman, decided to take the term and twist it to mean her frustration with what she called ghetto ratchet behavior. Her words, not mine. Let's watch.
Racial slur. My first impression after watching the video, a little bit of white trash. I have to be honest, the kid was 5. I have worked with 5-year-olds for the last 15 years. Absolutely everything they do is out of pocket. They're like little unhinged drunk people. Nothing they do makes sense. A 5-year-old is capable of rifling through somebody's bag and taking things that don't belong to them. Ask any kindergarten teacher. But I realize why so many people are wanting to defend this, because black fatigue is real. I think society as a whole is there. We are just so unbelievably fed up with the ghetto ratchet behavior, entitlement, the victimhood, that they want to praise this woman. But what she did is not praiseworthy. But also on the same hand, please remember that every day that us white people get on this app, we get called racial slurs every single day. So if you don't want to be called a racial slur, you also have to stop calling people racial slurs. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth.
Now let's pause there, right? Because the only fatigue I'm feeling right now is the white audacity fatigue. You see, this isn't just a misstep, but it's actually a deliberate hijacking, which is a co-opting of a term that Black scholars, activists, and ordinary people have used to give language to the very real traumas that we carry, so that white discomfort could be rebranded as oppression. Again. And as a Black South African, I can't help but draw parallels, because we've seen this before. During apartheid, when white people complained about the noise of our culture or the chaos of our resistance, or when we were denied land and humanity and then blamed for our own suffering. And now we have a woman in the United States, April Childers, who is a kindergarten teacher of all things, is justifying racial slurs hurled at a Black child because, quote, society is tired. Well, ma'am, society may be tired, but not in the way that you think.
Black fatigue, or ghetto fatigue, is a real thing, and no one's staying silent about it any longer. No nationality wants to be involved or bothered by this loud, obnoxious group of people. No one, not even hard-working Black Americans. I mean, I'm telling no lies here. Everywhere that group of people go, chaos follows. And no matter where you go, they're there. You can't go on a cruise ship because they done ghettoed it out. Have you seen the Carnival cruise ships? It looks like a barbecue. And if you haven't noticed, it's always the same group of people. You know, loud, bonnets, pajamas, big ass eyelashes that flutter. You know, the EBT crowd. I mean, it's gotten so bad that you won't catch me at a Juicy Crab or a Cheesecake Factory, or even a McDonald's for that matter, because they turn those places into shooting galleries whenever someone that looks like them look at them wrong. They have mastered the victim card. Everyone's against them. There's oppression everywhere. And it's always the white man's fault, never their own. But let one of them tell it. They would have you believe that the police is the most dangerous thing within their communities. Wrong. You're the most dangerous thing in your community, which is why the police are there in the first place, to stop you from committing genocide against your own people. Look, no one's going to stay silent to this toxic behavior. And you can call me all the Uncle Toms that you want. But the fact that you're calling me that shows me that I'm saying something with facts. And you wonder why most good Black people move out of those communities as soon as they reach success. It's because they want more for themselves. And that crab in a barrel mindset is not conducive to prosperity. There is absolutely no accountability in that community. Most of that segment hate accountability. They hate truth. They hate to look at themselves in the mirror because they would have to face the fact that they're causing their own oppression.
Now, let's be clear, family. Black fatigue means the emotional, the physical, and the mental exhaustion caused by daily exposure to systemic racism. It doesn't mean that you're annoyed by bonnets in Walmart. It doesn't mean that you're uncomfortable seeing Black joy, pain, or resistance online. Because I want us to address the so-called Black voices co-signing this nonsense, right? Like TikToker King Millennial Entertainment, who said that he moved his family to the suburb to escape ratchet Black people. Respectfully, sir, internalized racism is not the flex you think it is. Running away from your own people won't save you when the system still sees you as the threat. And to the commenter who said it's not about race, but it's about class. I mean, I hear you, right? But let's not pretend race and class aren't deeply intertwined. Disrespect and disgust towards low class behavior only seem to rise when the face is black. And here's what I know, right? We cannot allow our language, our struggle, or our lived experiences to be rebranded by those who've never carried its burden. Whether you're in Soweto, or you're in Chicago, or Kingston, we feel Black fatigue because we've earned it and because we are still here, still rising, still fighting to be heard in systems not built for us. So to the Aprils of the world, you don't get to use our pain as a punchline or scapegoat for your own discomfort. And to my fellow Black people, let's not be so desperate for acceptance that we lend credibility to those who would erase our truth. We don't need to sanitize our culture to deserve respect. We are the culture. Black fatigue is not a joke, and it's not a trend, and it's not yours to remix. So I say that it's a call to awareness and to healing and to action. What are your thoughts? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video